Good evening, Capricorn. Welcome to my channel, Spirit and I Incorporated. I am actually re-recording your forecast for the second time. I had a few glitches happening in my previous forecasts for a few of the signs, so I'm in the throes of redoing, and evidently it's meant to be because the messages, that you're supposed to hear will be presented at this time. And hopefully this forecast will be coming out clearly. So this being said, Capricorn, I am recording on the evening of the 15th of April. We just had the beautiful Neptune Jupiter exact conjunction on the 12th of April. And this conjunction has been going on between those two planets for the last 3 weeks, and it will continue till the end of the month. Beautiful, beautiful, highly spiritual time. It's all happening in Pisces, which is a water sign. So I do hope that, this time of elevating one's consciousness to a higher spiritual realm has been helpful for those of you that are in the throes of connecting with yourself, in a higher level of understanding, leaving ego and power aside and really coming into your own through prayer, meditation. Any form of healthy, holistic, alternative healing is beneficial at this time, be that yoga, or another form of martial arts, even for those of you that engage. But it is a beautiful time to connect with light and resonate with light and the healing powers of the miracles that can come from that is, not only in our spiritual realm, but how that presents itself and plays out in our, 3D realm as we walk this plane. So Capricorn, this forecast is for the last half of March, first half of April 2022. It is an integration of the full moon that we had in Virgo at 27 degrees on March 18th. And bear in mind that full moon energies play out for a period of 6 to 10 weeks. As energy is fluid, it's not linear. So please bear that in mind. And it is also an integration along with the new moon in Aries that we just had. Happy spring to all of you this weekend. Happy Easter for those of you who celebrate, the healing and the renewal of Christ energy in the realm of Christianity. And for those of you who do not celebrate that, I wish you a beautiful, peaceful, and enlightening weekend as well. So this new moon in Aries that fell on April 1st was at a degree of 11 degrees. And again, the new moon energies are energies of setting new intentions and nurturing those new intentions to manifest the miracles that are truly, with the alignment of the planets the way they are truly there for the taking for those of us that have the beautiful freedom to be able to, not only tap into that energy, but actually allow it to play out in our world. Because as we are painfully aware, there are many of those around the world that do not have the freedom to even delve into that because they're busy, trying to find their own freedom through the oppressions that have been, forcefully placed upon them. So I think you all know what I'm speaking of. Moving back to your forecast, though, Capricorn, and going back to the full moon that we just had in Virgo at 27 degrees on March 18th. For you, Capricorn, that fell in your 9th house. And the 9th house has to do with higher learning, philosophy, higher spiritual philosophy. There's an emphasis in this area of educating yourself informally or formally in this arena. And again, would be a highly beneficial time for you to delve into that. It also can play out in a fashion of standing in your belief, knowing the difference between right and wrong. What do you stand for? What is your truth? Are you acting with integrity in accordance to the higher realm and allowing that to guide you, knowing the difference between what is right and what is wrong, and moving forward in that energy. In a peaceful fashion. It may also be playing out in a fashion of Travel, for some of you that are able to travel, as the ninth house does have to do with foreign travel, in particularly long distance travel. For those of you that are in a position to do that and educate yourself further in worldly affairs, it is a really positive time to do that, and a helpful time as well. Now, delving into the new moon in Aries that we just had at 11 degrees on April 1st, for you, Capricorn, that fell in your fourth house. Fourth house has to do with your family, your inner foundation, your deepest psychological foundation, which is the inner home, the most deepest part of yourself. It has to do with roots. It has to do with your foundational home in the 3D realm, your residence, where you reside. And for some of you Capricornians, you may be looking at a new home, possibly entertaining the thoughts of moving or preparing for a move within the next few months to a new home. That's a way that this energy can be playing out in the 3D realm, and the planets are certainly in support of you doing so. There's also a need to, a tremendous need of feeling safe and secure. And this may very well be in association with your resources, your financial resources, and how that, plays into the practical arena of perhaps, as I mentioned earlier, a residential move for some of you Capricornians. Because certainly, finances are required in order for you to do that, because your association with resources, money and or investments, and even real estate. We have the planet Mars very active in this area, which has to do with the second house. The second house has to do with investments, self-worth, money, that which is tangible, and they are working hand in hand. Now, your ruler Capricorn, Saturn, is also in this area. And it may have left you feeling, rather restricted, because Saturn is, the planet of restriction. It is also the planet of reward, which reminds us that when we invest, accordingly and do the work and stay diligent in that work, Saturn can be very rewarding. And the rewards of Saturn are solid. They are long lasting. So for those of you that are, in the throes of expanding your resources, and perhaps how that might be associated within, travel and or moving to a different residence, or, investing in another form of foundation for yourself, whether that's buying a home or renting a home, the planets are supporting you to do so. It's fundamentally playing out very strongly at this time within the general planetary alignments of the Capricornian transit. So there's also an emphasis of healing communications around money. For those of you where this is playing out in the fourth house with respect to familial investments, investments, financial investments related to members of the family. This can be a very healing, communicative time around that. And it's also being very much highlighted, to connect with your most inner self, and coming from a place of an elevated form of spiritual guidance. Taking that counsel from deep within will help you to push forward. So it's really, really important to remember, Capricorn, that you do have the outer support, the emotional support, and where those of you have felt a lack of that kind of spiritual support and strength, it is always amply available, but it's really up to you, Capricornians, to choose to delve into that connection. And the way that connection is obtained is through prayer and meditation. And as I mentioned earlier, through alternative forms of healing. So very, very beneficial time spiritually as well as practically, with relations to higher learning, spiritual philosophy, your home, finances, investments, residential moves for some of you, perhaps in the next few months, or preparing to make moves. Very, very supportive time. So this is a very positive time to work with those new moon intentions that you're setting for yourself, of how you're feeling these energies playing out for you. And I have just surmised a few ways of which perhaps the planetary energies are unfolding. Now I'm just going to take a look really quickly through the Animal Spiritual Oracle deck to gain perhaps a little more clarification on your most recent, current, and forthcoming energies. We'll clarify with a Cat Tarot, which was gifted to me by my goddaughter. It's a very, vintage, eclectic type deck. The imagery is very, eccentric and I think beautiful, and I do hope that you enjoy it. And I also hope very much that the details that we're able to obtain through this forecast will be of help to you Capricornians out there that are tuning in. And I like to take this opportunity while I'm shuffling to thank all of you Capricorns that are tuning in. Spirit and I Incorporated truly appreciates each and every one of you, and very thankful to those of you who like my channel. Hit that thumbs up button because it does help my videos circulate through the algorithm, and I am genuinely appreciative to all of you that engage in supporting my channel. It is growing slowly but surely, and I am really thrilled to be able to be here and deliver these forecasts for all of the zodiacs. And all of you that like, share, and subscribe to my channel make that possible. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Capricorns, this being said, let's take a look at your energies for the first half of April 2022. And bear in mind that those full moon energies that I just spoke of from the last half of March are still very active. So I do hope that the forecast has resonated thus far for a lot of you, if not most of you. And again, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So the first card that just popped out that wanted to come out was the Elephant Spirit, Capricorn. And it did come up in the upright, the numerical number of 25 reducing to a 7, and it is very much an action, fire elemented numerical number and as far as the spiritual realm is concerned. And it appears as though in your recent past energies, Capricorn, a lot of you have been learning from the past, as is indicative by this oracle. Elephants never forget. Some of you Capricornians have been going through a lot of changes, as most of us in the zodiac have through the last several years. And this is to suggest that a lot of you have been learning from, the past. Good, bad, or indifferent, you're learning, and it's you're remembering, and you're moving forward, and it's a very positive energy. So very happy to see that for you. So that did come out in your most recent past energies. I suspect, again, that has to do with a lot of you Capricornians moving through those energies the last half of March into the first, 2 weeks of April. So that being said, let's cut the deck and lay out the balance of your oracles for your current and forthcoming energies. For your current energies, beautiful Capricorn. In the upright, the master ascendant number of the 20 is a master ascendant number. The dolphin spirit is confirming that, you're knowing your truth. You're knowing that what you have experienced has, again, good, bad, or indifferent from whatever this learning has been through the last several years or the last several months has been true for you. You've been moving forward and integrating that truth and allowing that to provide healing, which has allowed you to be catapulted out of the oceans of the spiritual realm and into the unknown as you move forward in your current energies. And this is really beautiful to see, Capricorn. Very positive, very spiritual, very uplifting, and it is also trickling into your 3D realm. And so that's very positive to see. Forthcoming energies, we have in the upright, the bat spirit of having a rebirth. The numerical number of 5, which has to do with change, as was mentioned in the planetary forecast prior to the laying out of these oracles. A lot of you Capricorns are going through change, and it has been a rebirth within yourself that has allowed you to feel the assurance that the positive changes forthcoming are true and true for you. And these are beautiful, beautiful, supportive energies. Whichever way you spin it for yourself, in whichever arenas this is applicable to you Capricorns, it's positive, it's uplifting, it's supported by the spiritual realm. The planets are in support of you, and this is all in association to what I mentioned in the astrological portion of this forecast. It has to do with finances and investments, and how that plays out in your foundational arena, not only in your most deepest psychological foundation, but perhaps as well in the 3D realm with respect to your residence, your foundation, your home, investments of the home, so on and so forth. Beautiful energies, beautiful, beautiful energies, Capricorn, to see. And all in the upright and very positive, very supportive, and very forward moving, excuse me. Now I'm going to clarify some of the details of these oracles with the Cat Tarot. They have already been pre-shuffled, but I'm just going to shuffle again here on camera so you can see. And let's see if we can grab some details here for some of you Capricorns that are making very, very positive moves forward with the support of the planetary alignments of which I've mentioned. And highly, highly important to integrate the spiritual guidance as well. As you move forward, Capricorn, for the last half of March, first half of 2022, for April 2022, for Capricorn. Let's take a look, Capricorn. Just cutting the deck. All right, looking at the recent past energies of the elephant spirit, where you've learned from the past, Capricorn, taking action, number 7, as indicated by the numerical number of 25, reducing to a 7, clarifying that we have the 3 of Cups. Beautiful, very spiritual card in the upright, positive, continuing to be guided through the spiritual realm, and also enjoying a collaboration of 2 or 3 other parties here, enjoying the feast of your investments, as indicated by these 2 kitties lapping up their water. In fact, it's overflowing. You have an abundant overflowing support of love, indicated by all the water. And it's just a beautiful, loving connection, supported, moving forward, and very healing. Very, very healing. Beautiful to see. That's in your most recent past energies. Clarifying the 3 of Cups, we have the Hermit. Yeah, some of you Capricorns have been in the recent past taking that time to go deep within and meditate and connect with your spiritual source. Whatever you label that to be, it has been healing for you. It has been helpful. The numerical number of the Roman numeral number of the number 4 is indicative of the home, the foundation, your most deepest inner psychological self, a confirmation, as was mentioned in the planetary portion of this forecast, astrologically speaking, and just taking that time to rest and reconnect with yourself, to bring in the light and to allow the guidance of the spiritual realm to help you move forward. Beautiful, beautiful energies, Capricorn. Thrilled to see this. All of these energies are in the upright. Very positive. Moving forward into the current energies of knowing your truth and knowing how you're beautifully being supported and catapulted forward by the divine power of the universe, moving you forward to that which you desire in the 3D realm as well. We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, and this is to indicate that, challenges, there have been some challenges financially for some of you Capricornians, as would be indicated by this energy in the reverse. You do have the divine support of your divine counsel, your spiritual counsel. Could be that for some of you there's a delay with receiving monies that are required for some changes you wish to make, perhaps with a residential move and or an investment of some sort, however that's playing out for you. For some of you this may be even professional. You may be looking to increase your resources financially, and perhaps that's been difficult to do, or this could play out in another fashion of where you're currently employed is not providing you with the financial resources that you feel you deserve. This is an energy of looking at your self-worth, and perhaps some of you Capricorns are not feeling very supported where you're at insofar as an employment and environment is concerned, and you're looking to make change. That's another way that energy could be playing out. Either way you spin it, it does have to do with a lack of resources for some of you, and wanting to turn that around and taking that time to go deep within, for your counsel, that meditative time to discern how you're going to change your pentacles around so that you can bring in an abundant flow of finances, where you're able to clearly receive the gifts of the divine and allow that guidance to come through. It's been challenging to obtain that clarity, but the key I'm feeling instinctively here is just to allow it, to allow the energies to come into you, allow the energies to guide you from within. And the way you do that is through, being still and being quiet within yourself, keeping out the noise of others. Certainly seek guidance where you feel, you require that guidance, as long as it's a healthy form. And if you're not receiving that from an energy from the 3D realm, go within and allow that, tap into your spiritual guidance. And your spiritual guidance will show you who you can confer with to help you, reestablish your financial arena so that it's healthier and more flowing and more abundantly prosperous for you, Capricorn. Clarifying the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Temperance in reverse, and the Temperance is a major arcana, and it has to do with balance and having faith. It did come up in the reverse, and it's been challenging for some of you Capricorns that have been going through this I'm feeling it very strongly, a financial challenge. It's been very difficult to feel patient and to feel balanced, but it's been so necessary. Not easy to do, not suggesting that it is easy to do, but it is very necessary to continue to have faith even when you don't feel like you're being supported. You are being supported, Capricorn. But the key really is to tap into that most inner guidance, because that's where your clarity will come from as to how to move forward, which direction to move, who to talk to, which employment position to perhaps apply for that will increase your pentacles. Some of you, I'm feeling very strongly, maybe inclined to even delve into looking into becoming an entrepreneur, where you can be your own boss, where you can, call your own shots and allow that business, through nurturing to grow. It does require patience, which is what the Temperance in the reverse is reminding you of, and also a reminder to not lose faith, to continue to move forward and to push forward in spite of the challenges, but to do so by being guided from within, because that's what will keep you safe. Your intuition will keep you safe. Your intuition will guide you. And when you're not feeling clear, and you're feeling, guided to speak to somebody that might be able to be of help to you, do so and hold that sacred. That's what those energies are indicative of. Now, moving forward into your forthcoming energies, where you're having a rebirth for some of you Capricorns, and others of you have already had that rebirth and feeling the assurance of that. The numerical number of 5, engaging in change. Clarifying that, we have the 7 of Cups, and this is an energy of choices. You have these 7 choices to make. You have some options in front of you. It is up in the upright, which to me is indicative of a positive energy, and you're being reminded to choose wisely. Continue to go within, and that will give you the clarity that you need to choose wisely. For those of you that are looking to increase your resources financially, where you need to go for that, who you need to talk to about that. You have several options that may be presented to you here in the very near offing. So use your intuition and choose wisely. And remember, you've learned from the past, in your most recent past energies. You've learned from the past of what has been correct for you and not correct for you, and as far as the choices you've made, and you've had to go deep within to discern, to make those discernments. Feeling some impatience and loss of financial resources through the process for some of you. But in the offing, the rebirth is assured. The new beginnings are assured. The financial resources are assured. You're just being reminded to choose wisely. Remember the past. Remember what choices you made from the past that were not beneficial, and now you're being offered an opportunity to choose correctly. And the way you'll know how to do that is by listening to your intuition, Capricorn. Intuition is everything. Don't go against it. It's what will keep you safe. If it feels right, do it. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. In layman's terms, that's the key message. Clarifying the Seven of Cups, we have the Five of Wands in the reverse. And the Five of Wands in the reverse, I'm actually seeing as very positive, because you're not looking to battle with anybody. If it were in the upright, it would be indicative that you're wanting to go into battle. You're wanting to go into battle with others, or you're feeling the need to defend yourself. It is in the reverse, and that to me speaks of releasing the battle. Release the battle from within, Capricorn. Become still through however you choose to do that, as long as it's a healthy form. Become quiet, become meditative, and the clarity will come through that inner knowing. That's your intuition. That's where the clarity will come from. And that's what will keep you safe and will keep you out of having to defend yourself and out of battle mode. Very positive energy, I'm seeing this. Very, very positive energy. And I'm just going to clarify this forecast with one card from the Enchanted Map Oracle, Capricorn. And again, this is for the last half of March, first half of April 2022 for Capricorn. Again, Spirit and I Incorporated thanks you so very, very much, Capricorns, for tuning in, for hitting the thumbs up button and liking my videos. I'm genuinely appreciative of that, because it does help the videos to circulate and reach others. Spirit and I Incorporated is truly, truly humbled to be here and so enjoy providing any guidance that I am able to do so for you Capricorns tuning in. Thank you so much. Clarifying the forecast for Capricorn. One card from the Enchanted Map Oracle, we have Metamorphosis in the upright. And yes, the numerical number of 25, once again, reducing to a 7. 7 is a number of action. It's a fire element. And you are, Capricorn. A lot of you Capricorns have been going through a metamorphosis. Absolutely. Through all this, meditative time as the Hermit, the major arcana indicates. Very, very important time that you've been allowing this metamorphosis to happen. The caterpillar turning into the butterfly. The moth, being attracted to the elements of light that allow it to fly forward and have a healing. Very, very positive, supportive energy. It is a confirmation of the energies that I have just described through this forecast. I do hope that it resonates for a lot of you Capricorns out there, and that it has been of help and continued healing. Continue to do the work, Capricorn. Continues to stay focused on your intuition, allowing that to guide you, and you will be able to rebuild. That metamorphosis will unfold. It will be healthy, it will be abundant, and it will be beautifully prosperous and blessed. And Saturn, your ruling planet, in support of this energy, will make it a reward and will make it long lasting. So bear this in mind, Capricorn, as you move forward. For the balance of the first half of April, I will be back in a few days for the last half of April forecast, with the full moon that we're having in Libra forthcoming here on the 16th of April. Very, very beautiful time of harvest. So keep doing the work, Capricorn. Enjoy the rebirth and enjoy the blessings and the beautiful financial blessings as well that the spiritual realm wishes to bestow upon you. Sit in gratitude, follow your intuition, and move forward in thanks. Thank you so much, Capricorns, for tuning in. Spirit and I Incorporated is signing off for now. I will be back soon for the balance of the April forecasts. Until then, take extra special care, Capricorn, and we'll see you soon. Good night for now.